Welcome to Displore and thanks for watching. In this video, we shall be taking a look at the top 10 most corrupt police forces in Africa. Corruption is still a major problem in most African countries and police corruption is severe. Police corruption is a form of police misconduct in which law enforcement officers end up breaking their political contracts and abusing their power for personal gain. This type of corruption may involve one or a group of officers. Internal police corruption is a challenge to public trust, cohesion of departmental policies, human rights and legal violations involving serious consequences. Police corruption can take many forms, such as bribery. In most African countries, accurate information about the prevalence of police corruption is hard to come by, since the corrupt activities tend to happen in secret and police organizations have little incentive to publish information about corruption. Police officials and researchers alike have argued that in some countries, large-scale corruption involving the police do not only exist but can even be institutionalized. The list of the most corrupt police forces is found in the Global Corruption Barometer published by Transparency International after surveying more than 114,000 people in 104 countries. If you're new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. Some of the most corrupt police forces in the world can be found in Africa, so without any further ado, here are the top 10 most corrupt police forces in Africa. Number 10. Zambian Police. The Republic of Zambia is a landlocked country in South-Central Africa. Although the country has one of the 7 wonders in the world and an outstanding tourist attraction which contributes greatly to the development of the country, Zambia is still one of the most corrupt countries in Africa, particularly its police force. According to reports from the Global Corruption Barometer, a large majority of Zambian police force officials have used their position for selfish gain, either through bribe collection or abusing their law enforcement duties. The report also stated that the high rate of corruption in the Zambian police force is due to low salaries, so police officers look for other ways to meet up their daily needs, thus resulting to high police corruption in the country. Number 9. Madagascar Police Force. Madagascar is the largest island in Africa. It is located in the Indian Ocean, 400 kilometers off the coast of mainland Africa. The Gendarmerie Nationale under the Malagasy Ministry of Defense is the main law enforcement body in the country. Due to the fact that Madagascar is one of the worst and poorest countries in Africa, bribery and corruption in the country is at a steady rise, particularly in the police force. Police brutality is still very common in the country. Several international organizations have called on the government of Madagascar to create laws with regards to the use of arms that comply with international laws so as to reduce police brutality in the country. Number 8. Ethiopian Police Force. Law enforcement in Ethiopia is dealt with by the Ethiopian Federal Police at the federal level and by the Regional Police Commission in the regions of Ethiopia. The Ethiopian Federal Police was established in 1995 to serve the public, ensure the observation of human and democratic rights, and to maintain the safety and welfare of the public. Its stated duties are the enforcement of laws and safeguarding constitutional guarantees, the prevention, detection and investigation of crime, the coordination of National Police Commission and development of national policy standards. According to the Global Corruption Barometer, the Ethiopian police is the 8th most corrupt police force in Africa. Bribery and corruption is still a major problem in Ethiopia despite efforts by the Ethiopian government to put an end to such practices. Number 7. Sierra Leone Police Force. The Sierra Leone Police is the national police force of the Republic of Sierra Leone. The Sierra Leonean Police is the national police force of the Republic of Sierra Leone that is primarily responsible for law enforcement and crime investigation throughout Sierra Leone. The police force is partly under the jurisdiction of Sierra Leone's Ministry of Internal Affairs, a cabinet ministry in the government of Sierra Leone. The force is headed by the Inspector General of Police, who is the overall head of the police force. The Inspector General of Police is appointed by the President of Sierra Leone. The President also has the constitutional authority to fire the Inspector General of Police at any time. The key mission of the Sierra Leonean police is to prevent crime, protect life and property, detect and prosecute offenders, maintain public order to ensure safety and security, and to enhance access to justice. However, hundreds of lives are lost every year due to police brutality in the country. Bribery and corruption in the police force is also very rampant. According to the Global Corruption Index, Sierra Leone Police Force is the 7th most corrupt police force in Africa. Number 6. Cameroon Police Force. Cameroon is located in Central Africa and has a population of about 25 million people. Corruption is endemic in Cameroon and significantly increases the cost and risk of doing business. Bribery, nepotism, and corruption are common in almost all sectors in the Cameroonian government and economy, but is particularly prevalent in the judiciary, customs, and public services. Cameroon's police force is inefficient, poorly trained, and plagued with corruption. Bribery is widespread among the police, and officers often demand payments at checkpoints in exchange for granting unlawful freedom to detainees. Corrupt police officials arrest and abuse individuals in exchange for monetary rewards from influential entities and individuals. Over half of Cameroonians consider the police to be corrupt. The government did take some steps to hold officials accountable for abuse of functions, yet impunity remains widespread in the institution. In essence, Cameroonian police cannot be relied upon to ensure law and order. According to the Global Corruption Barometer, Cameroonian police is the 6th most corrupt police force in Africa. Number 5. Mozambique Police Force. The Republic of Mozambique is a country located in Southeast Africa and has a population of about 29 million people. Mozambique Police Force is called the Mozambique Republic Police and is charged to maintain public order and law enforcement. However, the Mozambique Republic Police is the 5th most corrupt police force in Africa according to the Global Corruption Barometer. The police force is known for police brutality during the execution of its duties. Bribery and corruption is also very rampant in the country, particularly in the police force. Number 4. Ugandan Police Force. Uganda is located in the central eastern part of Africa and has a population of about 42 million people. Although the Ugandan police is struggling to combat poverty in the country, bribery and corruption is still very rampant in the country, particularly in the police force. The Ugandan police force main duties are primarily to enforce the law and help in criminal investigations. The president of Uganda is Yoweri Museveni, a position he's been occupying since 1986. The Ugandan police force is currently ranked as the 4th most corrupt police force in Africa. Number 3. Kenyan Police Force. The Kenyan Police Service is a national body in charge of law enforcement in Kenya. It is subordinate to National Police Service, which is headed by the Inspector General of Police, who executes independent command over the service. The Kenyan Police is headed by the Deputy Inspector General. Following a history of human rights abuses by the Kenyan Police, efforts are being made to reform the force. Kenyan policemen are poorly paid and have to make use with unrenovated archaic housings that date back to the 1970s. This has made them very susceptible to corruption and crime. Extortion and bribery are not unknown practices, and the Kenyan people rank the police among the most corrupt bodies in the country. According to the Global Corruption Barometer, the Kenyan police is the 3rd most corrupt police force in Africa. Number 2. Democratic Republic of Congo Police Force. The Democratic Republic of Congo is a country located in Central Africa. It was formerly referred to as Zaire, which was its official name between 1971 and 1997. It is by area the largest country in sub-Saharan Africa, the 2nd largest in Africa after Algeria, and the 11th largest in the world. Congolese National Police is the national police force of the Democratic Republic of Congo. The National Police consists of about 110,000 to 150,000 officers and operate on the provincial level, answering to the Interior Ministry. It is known in Africa for corruption, repression of political dissidents, and other human rights abuses. Although the Congolese National Police is currently undergoing reforms, it is still one of the most corrupt police forces in Africa and currently stands at the 2nd place according to the Global Corruption Index. Officials of the Congolese police work for their own selfish interests and is also famous for police brutality on its citizens. Number 1. Nigerian Police Force. According to the Global Corruption Barometer, the Nigerian police force is the most corrupt police force in Africa. Nigeria is the most populated country in Africa and the 7th in the world with about 200 million people. The Nigerian Police Force is the principal law enforcement agency in the country with a staff of about 650,000 police officers, making it one of the largest in the world. There are currently plans by the government to increase the force. The motto of the Nigerian police is, "The police is your friend." But in reality, the Nigerian police is only your friend when you offer bribe. Despite the fact that Nigeria is one of the richest countries in Africa in terms of GDP, the per capita income of the country is still very low. Police officers in Nigeria are underpaid, thus resulting to bribery and corruption as a means of survival. The Nigerian government is currently working towards curbing bribery and corruption in the country, but that seems to be a difficult task due to the large population in the country. There you have it, Displorers. Those were the top 10 most corrupt police forces in Africa. If you want us to cover any of your top 10 topics, leave a comment in the comment section below and do not forget to subscribe and share with your friends.